Aircraft are certified as a certain category and class. Aircraft are placed in a category according to their intended use and operating limitations. For example, categories of aircraft include utility, normal, acrobatic, commuter, transport, experimental, and restricted. Aircraft are also grouped within their category according to their characteristics. Airplane, helicopter, balloon, and glider are classes of aircraft. The terms category and class can refer to both pilots and aircraft. A private pilot might have category and class ratings of airplane, single-engine land, and fly an aircraft in the normal airplane category and class. Now a little more detailed information about a few different categories of aircraft. A normal category of aircraft has 9 seats or less, excluding pilot seats, and has a maximum takeoff weight of 12,500 pounds. This is referred to as a small aircraft. It is intended for non-acrobatic operations. Allowable maneuvers for such an aircraft include those maneuvers incidental to normal flying. Typical training maneuvers, including stalls, lazy eights, chandelles, and steep turns, may be performed in a normal category aircraft so long as the bank angle does not exceed 60 degrees and no whip stalls are performed. A utility category aircraft is also a small aircraft having 9 or less seats, excluding pilot seats. This category allows for limited acrobatic operation. The same typical training maneuvers are allowable in a utility category aircraft, except the aircraft is certified for up to a 90-degree bank turn instead of 60 degrees. Also, spins are sometimes approved for specific utility category aircraft. An acrobatic category aircraft is a small aircraft having 9 or less seats, excluding pilot seats, which is intended for operation without restrictions. However, restrictions may be placed on a specific type of aircraft based on the flying characteristics encountered during the aircraft's flight testing for certification. Based on the circumstances of the certification, an aircraft might be certified in the restricted category. The operation of a restricted category aircraft often refers to the intended use, for example, agricultural operations. If operating a restricted category aircraft, the pilot must be familiar with the legal operating restrictions of FAR Part 91 for restricted category aircraft. One important restriction placed on restricted category aircraft is that they not be operated over a densely populated area or in a congested airway. The experimental category of aircraft is commonly found associated with home-built aircraft. Part 91 of the regulations also contains several limitations for operation of an experimental category aircraft. Like the restricted category of aircraft, experimental aircraft are also prohibited from operating over densely populated areas or in a congested airway. Any aircraft in the limited, provisional, or primary aircraft must follow regulations for these aircraft set forth in Part 91, Sections 315, 317, and 325 respectively. The category of your aircraft will be shown on the airworthiness certificate. Prior to operating an aircraft, make sure you are familiar with the specific limitations and legal restrictions in place for that aircraft. As a private pilot rated for single-engine land airplanes, the airplanes you fly will likely be certified in the normal or utility categories.